Bring it close. Quick.
Good afternoon. Yes. Good afternoon and welcome to Cal Poly's Spring Commencement Ceremony for the College of Science and Mathematics and the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences. My name is Keith Humphrey, and it's my privilege as Cal Poly's Vice President for Student Affairs to preside over today's ceremony. Commencement is a day that brings us great joy. We are together this afternoon to celebrate the achievements of our students, and we are proud of what each of you has accomplished at Cal Poly. It is my pleasure at this time to present Cal Poly's Wind Orchestra, led by conductor Andy McMahon. Soloist Ashley Gonzalez from the College of Liberal Arts will be singing our national anthem. ROTC cadets of Cal Poly's Military Science Department, led by Cadet Battalion Jacob Means, under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Josh Gillen, will post the colors. Please rise and remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your caps until the color guard has exited the field. Please post the colors. Please be seated. We have so many reasons to be Cal Poly proud today. As a university, we are conferring more than 4,200 degrees upon deserving scholars. Yeah. Each of our students has worked very hard, and encouraging them at each and every step of the way has been our very talented and dedicated faculty and staff, as well as the many parents, brothers, sisters, partners, spouses, and other family members who had to put up with you when you were in elementary school and acted like you knew everything. Well, today is your day. You can celebrate because as a Cal Poly graduate, you indeed do know everything. As for tomorrow, let's just say there's a lot more learned by doing in your future. Graduates, from wow to now, we'll try that again. From wow to now, we all have invested a great deal in your success. A few of our graduates are prepared to serve in the most unselfish way of all. This weekend, we are graduating 8 students who will be commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army. We cannot thank you enough for your willingness to serve our country. We are indebted to all who have served in our military, and I ask that all active duty servicemen and women and veterans in our audience today to stand or wave your hand and be recognized for your service to our country. Thank you. Following the traditions begun in the great universities of medieval times, we are assembled this afternoon to welcome these graduates into the company of educated individuals. It is a time when we can all share in their pride and look with them towards the future. Joining me on the stage are members of the Platform Party, led by our president, Jeffrey D. Armstrong. Honorees, special guests, and individuals invited to address the graduates will be introduced later in the program. Special members of the President's Party with us today are George Galgani, Trustee Emeritus of the California State University System, and Kelsey Brewer, Student Trustee of the California State University System. At this time, please join me in acknowledging all members of the Platform Party. Would the Platform Party please stand and be recognized? Now, it is my pleasure to introduce to you your student body president, Owen Schwegerle. Owen came to this role with the same energy, enthusiasm, and desire to improve the Cal Poly student experiences as all of his predecessors, and he did not disappoint. He invited each of you to find your anchor, that deep connection to the Cal Poly experience that makes this place so special. An anchor grounds you and holds you in place during challenging times, and Owen has been that anchor for the student body this year. Faced with many challenges he did not foresee, Owen rose to each and every situation with the grace, class, and learn-by-doing attitude of Cal Poly students. We have all enjoyed working with and learning from Owen this year, and he has represented you well. So, class of 2016, please welcome, for the last time, your student body president, Owen Schwegerle.
Thank you, Dr. Humphrey, for those very kind words. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm proud to say that I'm graduating with you today. So we are all here to celebrate our success and to honor the hard work that we've done to make it to this moment. All of those late nights studying at the library, working in that group where that person never pulled their weight, facing the swarms of midterms. It's all finally paid off. Congratulations, we've made it. Oftentimes, the most important things we learn in college are not learned in the classroom. They're learned from the people that we meet along the journey. Look around you now. Look at all the friends, look at all the people that you've met along your college journey. These are the people that teach us the most valuable lessons. Today, there are 4 lessons that I'd like to share with you that I've learned from people along my college journey that have changed my life. First, begin with the end in mind. Think forward and ask yourself, who do you want to become and what do you want to be remembered for at the end of your life? Many times, we get caught up in the urgent and we just do the day-to-day tasks and we forget about what's most important. In the big picture, it is more rewarding to invest in relationships, the people here around you, than to invest in things. As Cal Poly graduates, let's strive to be forward thinkers and begin with the end in mind. The second, is to find a cause, not a career. Find something bigger than yourself, something that gets you excited every day. You wake up, you go to work, proud and happy of what you do. Pursue that passion because it has been given to you for a purpose. Make your positive contribution to mankind. You have the potential to leave the world a better place than when you arrived. As Cal Poly graduates, let's strive to find a cause, not a career. Third, give thanks. Before you go, there are some words of gratitude that must be said. As Cal Poly graduates, let's sincerely thank all of the individuals that have gotten us to where we are right now. Let's give thanks to our family, our loved ones, our friends, our faculty, our mentors, professors, everyone here. Let's give them a round of applause. The fourth and most important lesson is that the best compass you can have guide your life is love and respect. These values are essential to humanity. Every person wants to be loved and respected. The ancient golden rule still holds as true today as it did in biblical times. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. As Cal Poly graduates, let's strive to treat others with the love and respect that we deserve. We are now setting sail to new horizons, departing familiar territory to sail in unknown waters. In the same way an anchor grounds a ship during a storm, the relationships that you formed here at Cal Poly in our college years will keep us stable in the difficult times ahead. As Cal Poly graduates, go out, explore, and see the world. But always remember, you can come back to Cal Poly. It is our home. My fellow graduates, it has truly been an honor serving this year as your student body president. Cal Poly has been made a better place because of your contributions through your clubs, your community service, all the projects and hard work that you've done. You have made the best experience possible during your college years. Friends, we did it. Congratulations once again to the class of 2016. We made it.
Thank you, Owen. Now please welcome Dr. Gary Laver, the chair of Cal Poly's Academic Senate, who will speak to you on behalf of our outstanding faculty.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the faculty, let me extend a welcome to all of you on this special day. Special certainly for the graduates, but indeed for everyone here. Commencement is a unique mixture of formality and celebration. It takes a lot of work and persistence to earn a place here. Along with the credit due Cal Poly's dedicated faculty and staff in guiding the graduates to this day, let's make sure we also recognize the support our graduates received from the caring people in their lives outside the university. The families and friends joining us today are filled with pride, and you might even say the graduates themselves are overflowing with joy. In recognizing the graduates' hard work, I think it important as well to look forward in celebration of their potential. Graduates, no doubt you had certain goals in mind when you arrived at Cal Poly, but I'll bet you quickly discovered that you were in for more than you bargained, that it took more to succeed than you initially expected. The skill set you brought to Cal Poly had to grow, and I would argue the same is true as you prepare to leave Cal Poly. With a successful college experience under your belts, many of you might entertain the notion that education and intelligence are sufficient to set you up for life. I would ask you to think again. These are certainly critical foundations, but poised as you are to leave Cal Poly, there is no doubt your skill set will have to grow accordingly. Permit me to suggest that the best way to share your education and intelligence with the world is through a commitment to compassion and service. This means a commitment to asking yourself regularly important questions, such as, what does my work accomplish for others as well as for myself? Am I and others the better for my efforts? Am I giving back in appropriate measure to all those who gave me support my family, my school, my society. Beyond our strong commitment to delivering the best education possible, Cal Poly stands for respecting multiple points of view and for promoting the dignity and welfare of our fellow travelers in life. You graduates are evidence of what bright minds and hard work can accomplish with the shepherding of dedicated faculty and staff. But my limited time with you today forces me to be blunt. What you have worked so hard to acquire at Cal Poly will be diminished if not motivated by goals of service. To put it simply, we are at our best when we are thinking of others. And so, on behalf of the faculty and all of us at Cal Poly, I wish you honor in the projects you pursue and grace in your realization of them. All the best.
Thank you, Dr. Laver. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the president of Cal Poly, Dr. Jeffrey D. Armstrong.
Thank you. Every year at these ceremonies, the president of Cal Poly has the privilege and honor of recognizing various individuals and groups for their contributions to Cal Poly. Cal Poly's faculty is central to our educational mission. These individuals serve with outstanding qualifications and a deep dedication to excellence in teaching, research, and service. This year, the Distinguished Teaching Award Committee and the Distinguished Scholarship Award Committee of the Academic Senate selected 6 recipients to be recognized for their exceptional ability as educators. The Cal Poly Alumni Association, representing over 180,000 alumni nationwide, joins the Academic Senate in recognizing these distinguished teachers and in celebrating the key role our faculty members play in preparing you for success in life. 2 of the recipients of the Distinguished Teaching Award are Robert Clark, Professor of Kinesiology in the College of Science and Math, and Soma Roy, Professor of Statistics in the College of Science and Mathematics. The recipient of the Distinguished Scholarship Award is Peggy Papathakis, Professor of Food Science and Nutrition in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences. Please join me in congratulating these dedicated faculty. It is now my honor to confer 4 honorary degrees on behalf of Cal Poly and the California State University. As I present each recipient, you can learn more about each honoree by reading their biography in your commencement program. First, I would like to invite Charles Harrington to step forward to receive the Honorary Doctor of Science. Charles L. Chuck Harrington is the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, and President of Parsons Corporation, a global engineering, construction, and defense services firm headquartered in Pasadena, California, with more than 15,000 employees and revenues exceeding $3 billion. Chuck holds a degree from agricultural engineering at Cal Poly. Harrington joined Parsons in 1982, working on diverse programs in locations ranging from Saudi Arabia to the North Slope of Alaska, and in a broad range of markets from oil and gas to nuclear fuel processing, biotechnology, and wireless communications. In addition to service on the Cal Poly Foundation Board of Directors, Chuck has served as chairman of the Cal Poly's President's Council of Advisors for 7 years. Charles Harrington, on the recommendation of the faculty of the California Polytechnic State University and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I am proud to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Science with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, President Armstrong, for this prestigious recognition. And thank you to my wife, Diane, a fellow Cal Poly alumni, for her support that allowed me to make the achievements and contributions that led to the bestowment of this honorary degree. It has been nearly 40 years since I attended my first day of classes at Cal Poly, and I can think of no finer institution of higher learning nor any more inspiring location in San Luis Obispo for an exceptional education experience. We're blessed to have an institution of the caliber of the Cal State system and the opportunities it provides to pursue our dreams and passions, as I did nearly 40 years ago. As I and many other ardent supporters continue our quest to maintain Cal Poly as one of the nation's preeminent universities, it is with great pride that each of us look back on our initial Cal Poly engagement as an experience that truly changed the course of our lives. I still get a rush of excitement similar to that I felt my first day at Cal Poly when I see and meet with today's Cal Poly students and graduates. As a student of the 70s, I'm thankful that our sense of fashion has passed away only to those seen in photographs. However, it was a period of great rock and roll music. I still recall working on my projects and papers while listening to Lynyrd Skynyrd, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, and The who inspired us all to think innovatively. So, to you graduates, congratulations, and as you embark on this next phase of your lives, please remember the words of Mick Jagger. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need. Thank you very much.
Way to go. Joe, remember that. Congratulations. Thank you, Dr. Harrington. Next, I would like to invite Paul V. McEnroe and Tina Hansen McEnroe to step forward to receive their respective Honorary Doctor of Science and Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. The ubiquitous barcode, marking almost all products worldwide and scanned more than 5 billion times daily, was created and implemented as an international standard by Paul McEnroe and the team he formed and managed at IBM. In 23 years at IBM, Paul developed many other technologies, including the retail industry's magnetic code and stripe, the first commercial laser product, the barcode scanner, and the token ring local area network. McEnroe personally holds the patent as the co-inventor of the code scanning system. Tina Hansen McEnroe, a state and national award-winning education specialist, has restored and teaches from one of the oldest one-room schoolhouses in California. Her innovative curriculum filmed for local television distinguishes itself in an authentic, hands-on immersion form of teaching, taking children back in time to the late 1800s, learn by doing. In her most recent collaboration with Cal Poly's College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences, Tina developed a viticulture curriculum which is being taught at the vineyard adjacent to the 1869 Pleasant Valley Schoolhouse, a Santa Barbara County building of historic merit. The McEnroes are co-founders of the Tina Hansen McEnroe and Paul V. McEnroe Reading and Language Arts Clinic in the Graduate School of Education at UCSB. Paul V. McEnroe and Tina Hansen McEnroe, on the recommendation of the faculty of California Polytechnic State University and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I am proud to confer upon each of you the honorary degrees of Doctor of Science and Doctor of Humane Letters, respectively, with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations. Now I invite Dr. Paul McEnroe and Dr. Tina Hansen McEnroe to offer remarks.
Wow, such an honor, and very important to me that it comes from my favorite university, Cal Poly. So many to thank. First of all, Tina, who constantly provides inspiration and momentum to my life. I have never known anyone who works harder to help others than she. Thanks once again, Tina, for your most sincere congratulations on your honor today, so well deserved. Thanks also to our children and their families for their continuous support, and especially our grandchildren. They are the light of my life. I also want to express my deepest gratitude to President Armstrong, his wonderful staff, to the faculty of Cal Poly and the entire California State University system for their endorsement of my work from so long ago. Being a member of the President's Council of Advisors over these last 30 years has been both stimulating and delightful for me. As an old geezer, I just can't resist saying a few words to you graduates. I would like to relate them to my experiences in technical developments using the barcode as an example. I am often asked, how did you get into that? How did that come up? Well, my company at that time, in the late 60s, IBM, wanted to expand the application of computers into new fields. They asked me to lead that effort. Marketing studies led us to choose supermarkets and department stores as our first targets. A scannable code would speed up checkout, automate inventory, and help out with a whole bunch of other things. It would also lead to the sale of a lot of store systems and supporting computers. Fortunately, I had just finished several years of research in scanning systems and had just witnessed the perfection of the low-powered laser. Suddenly, I realized that store systems were technically feasible. I made a proposal. IBM funded it. I immediately went about putting together a team, and it's the team thing that is my message to you today. There were 6 IBM engineers made available to me who had been passed over by other projects. Some were deemed hard to manage, but all were very competent in their specific fields of expertise. I chose them all, and shortly after, I added a few more. This small group came up with a complete system solution for the entire retail marketplace, and we got our barcode accepted as the international standard that it would eventually be scanned up to 5 billion times a day. Over the years, the group grew to the hundreds, but the small original group, thought by some to be difficult, molded together as a team to solve a very complex set of problems. The moral of the story is that the team, taken together, is so much more valuable than the separate individuals within. Combine that teamwork thought with your learn by doing experience. Add in a moral commitment to mankind, and you will surely make the world a better place. And that's what it's all about. Thank you.
This is one of the most amazing moments of my life. I am honored and humbled beyond words. Thank you, President Armstrong, the Cal Poly faculty and staff, as well as the California State University system for this extraordinary honor awarded me from the university which I revere so much. And special thanks, as Paul once said, to Paul's and my 5 children and 4 grandchildren for being the exemplary family that you prove yourselves to be each and every day. Many of you are sitting up in the box now, and we love you all. Congratulations to all of you graduates. and their families, and to other honorary doctorate recipients as well. I'm privileged to be here amongst you. As just a little teacher in the trenches receiving this high honor, I really want to acknowledge all educators who toil day in and day out in the best interests of their students. I am but one of many who strive to make a positive difference in each student life. Frankly, I would not be standing here to receive such an accolade if it were not for my husband, Paul. He has supported my dreams, my visions, and work in immeasurable ways, and has just pointed out to you all the importance of teamwork is the key to any success. Paul and I have always been a team and have purposed ourselves with various codes, if you will. The bar code, self-explanatory, the reading code, my teaching passion, and the code of the West, our joint ranch lifestyle placed under a conservation easement. I'm in a rather unique position today to tell you a very brief story, and it's the story of Paul's remarkable life. The more personal side, the part he did not tell you, which is inspiration in itself, which few know, and I hope he doesn't divorce me after this. I don't know what she's going to say. Yeah, he doesn't know what I'm going to say. I wouldn't read my speech to him. Over there. At birth, he was given up for adoption in West Virginia, where his father worked as a coal miner, and as a result could not support a child. Paul survived an orphanage for 2 years before being adopted by loving, minimally educated, and humble parents who raised him. It was said that they chose Paul from all the others because he did not cry, as some of the more sensitive children in orphanages learned very quickly if they were to get attention. But Paul, you see, was one of the lucky ones. During his simple upbringing in Dayton, Ohio, he received what is the most important in life: an abundant love and an excellent education. Working from a very early age, he ran and managed paper routes and excelled in high school, earning scholarships to many Ivy League universities, but alas, decided not to attend any of them, so that he initially attended a local college to stay close at home to tend to his dying father. A self-made man who was one of the hardest and most focused workers I've ever met, Paul persevered and survived not only significant personal tragedies and health challenges, but has also reached pinnacles of seldom matched triumphs and tremendous achievements. He's a survivor and an amazing role model to all of us in what it means to truly persevere. My message to you. Graduates, like Paul, you too are the lucky ones. You have been afforded and have earned the rare opportunity of starting and successfully completing a Cal Poly education, one of the very best in the whole world. Your obstacles may not have initially been as great as this exceptional man's, but though you will probably encounter detours and bumps along your life's journey, you too can persevere against all odds on your way to success. Don't let anything stop you. Finally, I'm going to leave you with a little personal recipe for what I regard to be the essential ingredients in leading a long, happy, and successful life. Mix good genetics, a great purpose, tons of perseverance, positive energy, lots of energy, and abundant philanthropy all together, and sprinkle with an infinite capacity to enjoy and appreciate what you have. Simmer all life long. Thank you. Is that okay?
Finally, I would like to invite Jose Zagul to step forward to receive the Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. Jose Zagul is the president of Earth University, an international private not-for-profit institution located in Costa Rica's humid tropics. Established in 1989, Earth University is dedicated to the formation of leaders with ethical values who will contribute to sustainable development and to the construction of a prosperous and just society. As the first and the only president that Earth University has known, Dr. Zagul had a leading role in shaping the institution's philosophy and strategic vision, and has provided the continuous leadership necessary for this innovative institution's success. Also at the beginning, I might add that Cal Poly was one of the partners in forming this great university. Jose Zagul, on the recommendation of the faculty of California Polytechnic State University, and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I am proud to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations. I now invite Dr. Zagul to offer remarks.
Thank you. I thought you were not going to say it. Thank you very much, President Armstrong, and the faculty and the board that are giving me at Earth this honor. And I know many people in Costa Rica from my university are probably streaming this presentation, and very proud of this moment. And also my family, friends, and even classmates from 40 years ago are here to share this moment. And I salute all of them. And thank you for giving me the privilege of being a part of this important day in your lives and in the lives of people you are going to touch. Your leadership, your personal values, and your ethics are of extreme importance to the world in which we live today. We need ethical leaders if we want to change the world. In the mid-80s, an extraordinary team of administrators and faculty members from Cal Poly worked day and night alongside our team in every aspect of designing Earth mission, vision, and values, in the construction of our curriculum and educational model, and even in the design of our campus, so that we were able to start classes just 11 months after we started the project. The Cal Poly experience, together with the strength of our people, made possible the establishment of a new and unique institution committed to form leaders with skills and knowledge to transform Central America from a region gripped by conflict and poverty. We told the external world, don't send us money for arms. Send us money for education, and we can change the world. We knew and we know that the greatest tool that we have for peace, democracy, justice, and dignity is quality education with ethics, as your student president said before. Today, Earth is a global institution with students from more than 40 countries. We are carrying the Earth mission around the planet. So, dear graduates, both you and the graduates of Earth have had the unique privilege of attending educational institutions that seek not only to provide cutting-edge technology, scientific and technical knowledge to apply to your careers, but also a dream of forming a new generation of leaders capable of building a more just and prosperous society. And the only way that a just society will become a reality is if you, as its ethical leaders, make your choices and decisions based upon fundamental human values honesty, integrity, respect, and an eagerness to celebrate our differences rather to fight our differences. As I share the privilege and great honor of receiving a degree with you, I invite you to start every day and every action of your professional career and personal life with a commitment to contributing to the alleviation of poverty and promote peace and dignity for all. And if we believe in the power we have as individuals to make the world a better place, I'm confident that together we'll be able to achieve a more prosperous and sustainable society. Congratulations to you all and your families, and thank you very much for allowing me the great honor of also being a graduate of this exceptional institution. God bless you.
It's my honor to present one more award today. It is with great pride that we award the Cal Poly President's Medal of Excellence to former U.S. Secretary of Defense, Leon Panetta. The President's Medal of Excellence is the highest honor awarded at Cal Poly and is awarded at the discretion of the President. There have only been 8 previous recipients of the President's Medal of Excellence, and today we are honored to add Leon Panetta to that distinguished group of individuals. Unanimously confirmed in 2011 by the U.S. Senate as the 23rd Secretary of Defense, Leon Panetta capped a 50-year career in public service at the highest levels of government. As Secretary of Defense, he established a new defense strategy, led U.S. forces in 2 wars, and opened up opportunities for everyone to serve in the military. Prior to his appointment as Secretary, Panetta served as Director of the CIA, where he successfully led the operation that brought Osama bin Laden to justice. Secretary Panetta began his public service career in 1964 as a first lieutenant in the U.S. Army, receiving the Army Commendation Medal, and then served as a legislative assistant to U.S. Senator Tom Kuchel. In 1969, he was appointed Director of the Office for Civil Rights at the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare, where he was responsible for enforcing equal education laws. Elected to Congress in 1976, Secretary Panetta represented the California Central Coast District, including Cal Poly, for 16 years and created the Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary. In 1993, he was sworn in as Director of the U.S. Office of Management and Budget for the Clinton administration and was later appointed White House Chief of Staff, working to achieve a balanced federal budget. In 1997, Secretary Panetta returned to his hometown of Monterey to establish and co-direct the Panetta Institute for Public Policy, a nonpartisan, not-for-profit study center that seeks to inspire women and men to live lives of public service. Leon Panetta. Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the entire Cal Poly community, and with the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, it is my distinct honor to present you with the President's Medal of Excellence in recognition of your career and service to the Central Coast, California, and our nation. Please welcome Secretary Panetta as our keynote speaker. Please congratulate him and welcome him to the podium.
Thank you very much, President Armstrong, faculty, staff, students, and families.
It's an honor to be here to join in the celebration of your graduation as the class of 2016. I'm honored to be here, first of all, because I've had a long relationship with Cal Poly, going back to the time when I represented this area in the Congress. It was almost 40 years ago, and a lot has changed. I mean, at that time, this was clearly a smaller campus. Students communicated by actually talking with one another. There were dances called mixers. Drive-in wasn't a bad date. And Cal Poly Royal was more than just a rodeo. Today, obviously, a lot of things have changed. It's a different world, and all of you as graduates know that world better than anybody. I'm reminded of a story that I often tell of a professor who won the Nobel Prize in a very intricate area of physics law. And he was going throughout the state of California giving exactly the same lecture on this complex area of physics. And one day he and his chauffeur were headed to Fresno, and his chauffeur leaned back and said, "You know, Professor, I've heard that address so many times, I think I could give it by memory myself." And the professor said, "Well, look, they don't know me that well in Fresno. Why don't you put on my suit and I'll put on your chauffeur's uniform and you give the speech?" And they did that. And the chauffeur got up, spoke for an hour, didn't miss a beat, and got a standing ovation at the end of the lecture. And the professor, dressed as a chauffeur, couldn't believe, he was in the audience, couldn't believe what had happened. But then somebody raised their hand and said, "Professor, that was a very interesting address on a complex area of physics law, but I have a few questions." And he went into about a 3-paragraph question that included some mathematical formulas and equations and said, "What do you think about that, Professor?" And there was a long pause. The professor looked at him and said, "You know, that's about the stupidest question I've ever gotten." And just to show you how stupid it is, I'm going to have my chauffeur answer it out here in the audience. Lots of chauffeurs in this audience. I'm also honored because of the CSU system, and Cal Poly is part of that great system. I'm proud of the Panetta Institute and our relationship with CSU. Our goal is to inspire young people to get involved in public life, and students throughout the CSU system, and also students in particular from this campus, Cal Poly, participate in our programs, participate in our internship program in Washington, our leadership program, our student lectures. It's truly wonderful to have Cal Poly participate. You are recognized as one of the best campuses in the nation. Understand how important that is. Learn by doing is your code word. And lastly, I'm honored because of all of you, the graduates who this day will receive your degree. And I want to say to all of you, my deepest congratulations. You made it. You made it. And I know that your family and your mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and others are just saying, "Thank God they made it. Thank God you made it." You've earned your degree, and today, in many ways, you take the first step in fulfilling the dream of a better life. That's the American dream. It's the dream that we all want for our children. I've had the privilege of living that dream. I'm the son of Italian immigrants who came to this country in the early 30s. Little education, little language ability, but they managed to make their way through this country to Monterey, settled in Monterey during the war years. My father started a restaurant, worked hard, early morning, late at night. My brother and I worked in that restaurant. My earliest recollections were washing glasses in the back of that restaurant. My parents believed that child labor was a requirement. And then my dad sold the restaurant and bought some land in Carmel Valley and planted a walnut orchard. And again, my brother and I were out there working with my dad, doing irrigation and hoeing and all the things you do on a farm. As those trees grew older, my father used to go around with a pole and hook and shake each of the branches, and my brother and I used to be underneath collecting the walnuts. When I got elected to Congress, my Italian father said, "You know, you've been well trained to go to Washington because you've been dodging nuts all your life." A lot of truth to that. That American dream is something I used to ask my father about all the time. Why would you travel all of that distance to come to a strange land? They came from a poor area in Italy, but they had the comfort of family. Why would you leave all of that to travel all of that distance to come to a strange land? My father had an answer which I've never forgotten, which was that my mother and he truly believed they could give their children a better life in this country. That is the American dream. That's what we want for our children, and hopefully what you will want for your children as well. Unfortunately, in a recent poll that the Panetta Institute took of college students throughout the country, we were disappointed to learn that 73% of the students that were polled said that it would be harder for their generation to have a better life than what their parents' generation was able to have. And I realized, look, there are a lot of concerns. Concerns about our economy, concerns about the political dysfunction in Washington, concerns about a bizarre and crazy politics that we're going through right now. But this nation, its people, have always overcome adversity. My parents had to deal with the worst economic depression in the history of this country. They had to deal with a world war that consumed this country and the rest of the world. And yet they worked hard, and they made that dream come true for their children. And it can come true for you as well. But you have to fight for it. You have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to be willing to work hard in order to make it happen. I had a Jesuit at Santa Clara University that told me, "Leon, God gave you life, but it's up to you to determine what kind of life you will have. And for that, you have to fight for it." And he backed it up with a story that I thought made the point of a rabbi and a priest who decided they would get to know each other a little better. And they thought if they went to events together, they could talk and learn about each other's faith. So one evening, they went to a boxing match. And just before the bell rang, one of the boxers made the sign of the cross. The rabbi nudged the priest and said, "What does that mean?" The priest said, "It doesn't mean a damn thing if he can't fight." Ladies and gentlemen, we bless ourselves with the hope that everything's going to be fine in this country. But very frankly, it doesn't mean a damn thing unless we're willing to fight for it. Look, those are the values that I was raised with. The values that our forefathers had, the values that our pioneers had, the values that our immigrants had. They're the values that made this the greatest country on earth. And whether this remains the greatest country on earth will be determined by whether or not we embrace those values in the future. I think we're at a turning point in this country. Your class of 2016, I think this year kind of marks a point at which we can go one of two paths. I honestly believe one path could be an American Renaissance. An America that has a strong economy, strong growth. An America that has tremendous capacity for the kind of innovation and creativity that we honored here today. New technologies in robotics, in mapping the human genome, in self-controlled vehicles, in new sources of energy, in new approaches to dealing with space, advances in information technology with cloud capability, an educated and skilled workforce that can deal with the challenges of the 21st century, leadership that is willing to lead and to govern, to discipline our budget, to reform our tax system, to control the costs of entitlement programs so they can be sustained for the future. Invest in rebuilding our infrastructure. If we're going to have a strong economy, you need a strong infrastructure. And provide opportunities for all to succeed in a global economy. We could have a leaner and more agile defense force that could still be the strongest defense force on the face of the earth to support our world leadership in a dangerous world. Or we could be an America in decline, in constant crisis after crisis, politically dysfunctional, unable to govern, divided by our fears, our hatreds, our prejudices, unable to protect our most basic freedoms, our economy, our national security. That's the story of the downward spiral that other failed empires throughout history have gone through. What path we take will be determined by whether we are willing to fight for a better America, whether we are willing to govern our democracy by leadership, not crisis. I tell the students at the Panetta Institute, in a democracy we govern either by leadership or by crisis. And if leadership is there and willing to take the risks associated with leadership, and please make no mistake about it, if you're going to lead, you're going to have to take risks. And if you do that, you can avoid crisis. But if leadership is not there, then make no mistake, we will govern by crisis in this country. And that's what we do today, crisis after crisis. You can do that, but there's a price to be paid. And the price is that we lose the trust of the American people in our democracy. I've seen Washington at its best, and I've seen Washington at its worst. The good news is I've seen Washington work. I've seen Republicans and Democrats working together to find consensus, to govern. When I was elected to Congress, Tip O'Neill from Massachusetts was the Speaker of the House, a Democrat's Democrat. But he worked with Bob Michel, the minority leader from Illinois. They had their political differences. They fought each other in elections. But when it came to the issues facing this country, whether it was a Democratic president or a Republican president, they worked together to solve problems. They worked together. And during that time, working with them, we were able to pass immigration reform, to pass Social Security reform, to pass a balanced budget, to pass tax reform, energy bills, because governing was good politics. Governing was good politics. Today, in 50 years that I've been in public life, I have never seen Washington as dysfunctional as it is today. Divided, partisan, a lot of blame to go around for both parties. But the result is gridlock. Gridlock. The inability to deal with immigration reform, the inability to deal with the budget You've got a $19 trillion debt that we're facing in this country, and a debt that could increase by another $8 to $10 trillion in the next 10 years. They can't agree on funding for infrastructure. They can't agree on trade. They can't agree on war authority for the president. They can't agree on filling a Supreme Court vacancy. Leadership by crisis is no way to run a country. And it's no way to deal with a dangerous world. We are living in a world in which there are a number of flashpoints, more than I've ever seen in my lifetime. Any one of those flashpoints could result in a miscalculation that could result in greater conflict. We're involved in a war on terrorism. We have failed states in the Middle East. We have an authoritarian regime in Iran that continues to support terrorism and instability. We have an unpredictable regime in North Korea that's testing nuclear weapons, testing ICBMs. We've got an unpredictable leader. The only person he gets along with is Dennis Rodman, for goodness sakes. We've got a Russia that's involved in a new chapter of the Cold War, with Putin being much more aggressive in the Ukraine and in Syria. You've got territorial claims by China in the South China Sea. And we have a growing danger of what I call the battlefield of the future, cyber attacks that can virtually cripple this country, take down our power grid, take down our financial systems, our government systems. That's a reality. All of these challenges are taking place at a time when there are questions about our resolve, whether we will stand by our word, whether we can govern ourselves, whether we have the resources for defense or for any of our needs in this country. Let me just tell you that as you look at whoever you decide to vote for President of the United States, there are two tests you've got to consider seriously. Can that president break the gridlock in Washington and govern this country and deal with the issues that we need to deal with if we're going to have a strong democracy? And can that president provide strong world leadership in a dangerous world? I believe in American leadership. We face crisis. We face recessions, we face depressions, we faced world wars. And somehow we have always risen to the occasion. Why? I'll tell you why. Because the real strength of America doesn't lie in Washington. It lies in you, the people of this country, in your resilience, your common sense, and your willingness to fight. That's our strength. As Secretary of Defense, I saw those values in the men and women in uniform that serve this country, that are willing to fight and die for this country. I saw those values in the SEALs that conducted the operation to go after bin Laden, 150 miles into Pakistan at night, 2 helicopters going in to attack a compound where we really didn't know whether bin Laden was there or not. But they did it. They accomplished the mission, and they sent a clear message to the world that nobody attacks this country and gets away with it. Nobody. And let me tell you something. If there are men and women who are willing to fight and die for America, then surely our elected leadership could use a little bit of that courage in order to govern this country. But it also means something else, that if there are men and women who are willing to fight and die for America, then you have to be willing to assume your responsibility as citizens, to fight to make the American dream real for yourselves and for your children. You've got to be willing to engage, to be part of the battle to protect our democracy. What does that mean? It means that you cannot trap yourself and stick away from the rest of society. Hide in your iPhone with tweets or blogs or Facebook posts that make each of you islands in a sea of humanity. You've got to be willing to engage, to listen to others, to look into their eyes, and to understand what really makes them tick. We have lost that essential conversation that is so critical to understanding one another. It means that we have to embrace free speech, not shut it down. Free speech is the best defense against bad government. The best defense against bad government. Politicians ought to be subject to criticism. You need to listen to the views you support, and you need to listen to the views you oppose. That's what free speech is all about. A Nobel laureate pointed out that no democracy with a free press and free speech has ever endured famine, and that's true. It also means that all of you owe a duty to this country to serve in some capacity. Serve this country in some capacity. Frankly, I support the idea of a national service system that would give you the opportunity to serve this nation in some capacity, either in education or healthcare or conservation or in the military, and in exchange, get funding for your education. Service is a better way to fund your education than embracing a $1.3 trillion student debt that we have in this country. Let me conclude with a story about when I was director of the CIA. I visited a place in Afghanistan called Host, where 7 CIA officers were killed by a suicide bomber in December of 2009. I will never forget that there was a plaque on the wall that had a verse from the Old Testament, from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 6, verse 8. And then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Whom shall I send? Who will go for us?" And then I said, "Here I am, Lord, send me." That, ladies and gentlemen, is the sound of the trumpet that must summon all of us to action, young and old, soldier and citizen, member of Congress, President of the United States. The call to duty that goes to the heart and soul of our democracy. The responsibility to fight and to never give up fighting until we have an American Renaissance, until the American dream of a better life for our children is real for everyone, and until we have, in Lincoln's words, a true government of, by, and for all people. And it doesn't mean a damn thing unless we're willing to fight for it. Today, you join that fight. My congratulations to the class. God bless you, and God bless our country.
Thank you, Secretary Panetta. You have honored us with those wise words today and great advice for our students. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to confer degrees earned by the class of 2016. Yeah. To preside over the conferral of degrees, please welcome Cal Poly's Executive Vice President and Provost, Dr. Kathleen Enns Finken.
Good afternoon, everyone. President Armstrong, our faculty has certified that the candidates before you have met the requirements for degrees in their respective disciplines and all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Cal Poly recognizes outstanding seniors from each college for academic excellence, college contributions, university contributions, and service to the community. With the following academic excellence awardees, please stand and come forward to be recognized. Indigo Bannister from the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences. Rebecca Jessica Tay from the College of Science and Mathematics. Robert Teal from the College of Science and Mathematics. And Andrew Gallatin from the College of Science and Mathematics. The Academic Excellence Award is determined in each college by consultation with the faculty and is based on achieving an outstanding grade point average and participating in significant academic, curricular, and co-curricular projects and activities. Graduates, congratulations on your outstanding achievement. The college deans and I will now begin the presentation of candidates. President Jeffrey D. Armstrong will confer the degrees. President Armstrong, I am pleased to present Richard Savage, Director of Graduate Education, who will present the master's degree candidates.
Good afternoon. This weekend, over 430 master's degrees will be awarded to Cal Poly students. Yeah. Congratulations on achieving a deeper level of knowledge in your field of study and expanding your breadth of understanding towards applying that knowledge to solve global problems. Faculty representing the master's degree programs, please stand and remain standing. Master's degree candidates, please stand and remain standing. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty involved with our graduate programs, I am honored to present these master's degree candidates.
Master's candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of California Polytechnic State University, and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the master's degree appropriate to your program with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations.
Faculty, you may be seated. Master's degree candidates, please remain at your seats until your row is escorted to the stage.
Benjamin McGregor Davidson. Christina Elise Tan.
Erin Marie Woyan.
Oya Liu.
Lindsay M. Whitaker.
Gabriel Elise Gunter.
Kristen Marie Nelson.
Amy Sue Kringle.
Paul George Cavallo.
Mel Carter.
Jason Michael Elwood.
Jessica Ann Hughes.
Chad Andrew Ekman.
Michael Vincent Chen.
Zachary James Strauss.
Franca Gabriela Rossi.
Brian Thomas Jones.
Suyapa Padilla Antunes.
Michael James Blakeman.
Emily May Taylor.
Caleb Jean-Luc Orion Miller.
Margaret Maratzis.
Shelby Lynn Burnett.
Kenneth Wayne Goodman Jr.
Kelby Hull.
Erica Lynn Guido.
Erica Nicole Bilodeau.
Donald E. Clark.
Jake Thomas.
Amanda Marie Schaffner.
Holly N. Keene.
Julie Elaine Luxon.
Cheyenne Hormin Liu.
Samantha Cahill.
Brendan Niem.
Christy Fuso.
Wyatt Levy.
Lindsay Rebecca DeVores.
Benoy Shaw.
Amandeep Gill.
Spencer Albert Schultz.
Nisha Williams.
Molly Elise Burns.
Beatrice Lunday.
Jacqueline Denise Campbell.
Cambria Michelle Gloss.
Tracy Irene Mulholland.
Brianna Modica.
Michael Anthony Antoine.
Linda Marie Clinton.
Natalie May Clonch.
Lindsay Arevalos.
Alexandra Michelle Balser.
Sachini Panalad.
Nayera Faisal Kokela.
Ariana Marie Elegado.
Aubrey Taylor Stiers. Diana Raquel Zafra. Kevin Min Tran. Morgan Feld. Haley Francis Turndrup. James Alfred Icardi. Jason David Kent.
Congratulations, graduates. President Armstrong, I present Dr. Richard Cavaletto, Associate Dean of the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences.
On behalf of our faculty and staff, I welcome over 750 graduates as they prepare to enter their respective professions in agriculture, food, and environmental sciences. Faculty from the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences, please raise your hands and be recognized. Bachelor degree candidates from the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences, please stand and remain standing. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences, I'm honored to present these candidates for graduation.
Bachelor's degree candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences, and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree appropriate to your program with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations.
Graduates of the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences, please remain in your seats until your row is escorted to the stage.
Madison Ann Cooper.
Andrea Milano.
Hadley Sowerby.
Hallie Marie Hood.
Michaela Rebecca Bailey.
Elizabeth Ann Hoos.
Mackenzie N. Scarborough.
Caitlin Rochelle Carpenter.
Stephen Alexander Croft.
Katie LaPlante.
Michael Joseph Meyer.
Amanda Van Leeuwen.
Sarah A. Epps.
Melissa Alice Roche.
Olivia Molodanoff.
Bethany Ann Couchman.
Jamie Alexandra Sutton.
Morgan McKay Levy.
Kathy Henry.
Nathaniel Glenn Tallman.
Kristen Jenny Hanley.
Jessica Renee Tower.
Sarah Michelle Swigler.
Ambar Aleli Mendoza Gutierrez.
Samantha Karam.
Kayla Dawn Lochran.
Joseph L. Thomas.
Mackenzie Lee Allen.
Nicholas Michael Vandentriest.
Bonnie Susan Paul.
Wyatt Hendrick Spence.
Jane Elizabeth Massengale.
Austin Jeffrey Fernandez.
Bennett Kosis.
Lucas Andrew Zender.
Alina Michelle Madru.
Kyle Haskell Castaneda.
Erica Faye Finfer.
Brian Alejandro Jimenez.
Courtney Nicole Gillespie.
Nico Camati.
Maria Nicole Furtado.
Anthony Joseph Giannotti.
Emily Christina Ormandi.
Brock Thomas Becker.
Carrie Cadell.
Luke Balsbach.
Brendan McIntosh.
Taylor C. Cox.
Owen Woodrow Schwagerly.
Catherine Jean Marie Stewart.
Indigo T. Bannister.
Amelia Claire Brown.
Patrick M. Callis.
Francesca Michelle Perella.
Daniel Patrick Goldthwaite.
JT Janowski.
Sam Lucero Sickman.
Catherine Smith.
Madeline Florence Sellier.
Taylor Brianne Antrim.
Jenna Lynette Webb.
Jessica Acosta McKeon.
Mackenzie Lee Blodgett.
Bethany Aaron Sim.
Nicole Elaine Davis.
Jennifer Francis Tarkey.
Catherine Eileen Processi.
Christina Marie Mazzella.
Zachary Jacob Thode.
Alejandra Alvarez.
Sonia Lopez.
Jacob A. Through.
Brittany Ray Goodwin.
Samantha Mora Viano.
Kimberly N. Habib.
Lauren A. Russo.
Ethan Andrew Crowther.
Miranda Kathleen Patrick.
Frank S. Shugro.
John Robert Spruce.
Vincent Philip Kelsey.
George Thomas Parsons.
Neely Ashley.
Colin James Briley.
Megan Reinertson.
Sergio Fernandez.
Hannah Clisara.
Christopher Kerner.
Chad Michael Zoller.
Zach Copeland.
Samuel A. Meyer.
Jordan Goldie.
Justice Michael Rasmussen.
Mark Munoz.
Stacy Danielle Stroing.
James Patterson Frost.
Emily Ann Sipes.
Anne Marie Hayes.
Haley Marie Seeger.
Sophia Ray Sanchez Porish.
Marisa Werman.
Kamia Hemati.
Juliana Raquel Marcaney.
Allison G. Mullen.
Catherine Jean Roberti.
Caitlin Jeanette Austin.
Shelby Elizabeth Zumwalt.
Corey M. Owen.
Bradley Charles Kurtz.
Jessica Lauren Johnson.
Harrison Oliver Riley.
Rosemarie Petros.
Jordan Nicholas Dunn.
Kyle Robert Young.
Seth Paul Borges.
Liliana May Francisco.
Hannah Louise Beeler.
Kendall Cahill.
Kenna Jordan Lewis.
Sarah Allered.
Alden M. Caldwell.
Stephen Graham Moody.
Janine Francis Madsen.
Samantha Christine Guittard.
Henry James Boersma.
Melissa Day Conry.
Gabriel Jose Ramirez.
Taylor Nicole Mihalik.
Hannah Kate Keusler.
Minzy Kai.
Ashley Kristen Petrillo.
Michaela Kathleen Curtis.
Cassie Grace Zaffanella.
Aiden Edward Broussard.
Jessica K. Morasoli.
Adriana Calabro.
John Hammerlund.
Jenna Lee Graham.
Kelsey King.
Jordan David Satterwhite.
Marley Ann Ostrom.
Paul Andrew Thielander.
Brooke Ann Rains.
Wesley Austin Finkmeyer.
Chelsea Jeanette Porter.
Mary Deborah Merseth.
Lauren Marie Madalena.
Rachel Okrent.
Allison Marie Finkus.
Catherine Mary Stabler.
Jessica Cheyenne Jackson.
Austin Winslow Snyder.
Diane Catherine Meyer.
Lucas Lyle Hanneman.
Mary Elizabeth Spry.
Tamara Ann Murphy.
Joshua Campo.
Nicolette Sherry Roberts.
Kyle Keith St. Louis.
Salvador de la Cruz.
Daniel John D'Antoni Jr.
Mansour Adina.
Megan Lynn Gutierrez Kelly.
Aaron Quist.
Michelle Tweevy Wynn.
Carlos Clark.
Leah Marie Juarez.
Matthew Joseph Macedo.
Daniela Francisca Davis.
Theodore Schwartzbaugh.
Ryan Michael Mekich.
Carissa Cruz.
Sunny Wen.
Emily Rose Cady.
Jenna Marie Margaret Ward.
Tess Ann Philman.
Shelby F. Mitchell.
Mackenzie Jean Taggart.
Colleen Danielle Reed.
Hayden August Euler.
Kylie Ann Fazer.
Marcus Allman.
Brittany Elizabeth Bobbink.
Brennan Patrick Ronald.
Connor Travis O'Leary.
Erica Lee Youngstrom.
James Daniel Hurst.
Tuta Inoke.
Perry Rose Berman.
Jeffrey S. Chu.
Jillian Jerry Ellisberg.
Laura D. Foot.
Jamie Teresa Vigil.
Elizabeth Ann Hoggett.
Onwin Healy.
Spencer Lars Potter.
Shelby Renee Roberts.
Rafael Sanchez.
Kendall Swade Lynch.
Weston Andrew Rollin.
Suzanne Michelle Amaral.
Preston Paul Fernandez.
Antoinette Marie Silva.
Lauren Bozio.
Jenna D. Herringa.
Michelle Smolarski.
Justine Von Seal de Vries.
Maria Madeline Donahue.
Christina Maria Borges.
Natalie Ann Damon.
Allison Silvera Sherman.
Nicholas Alexander Scandero.
Christine Marie Souza.
Ian Richard Mahaffey.
Randall James Edwards.
Cole Allen Trahan.
Mark Samuel Westine.
Kristen Louise Anderson Perazzi.
Stephen J. Miller.
Jonathan Isaiah Koff.
Matthew James Clark.
Jean-Pierre Yanez.
John Patrick Hoffman.
Jacob Jeffrey Sycama.
Joseph Michael Hernandez.
Jesse Eric Gibson.
Wendy Ruiz.
Kyle William Jordan.
Jessica Marie Matson.
Michelle Marie Tanner.
Kyle David Smith.
Jacqueline Nicole Protzman.
Kenton D. Turbeek.
Kendall Anna Nielsen.
Nisha Bree Diaz.
Rachel Rao.
Megan Thompson.
Sarush Abu Talabi.
Julia Brianna Mills.
Caitlin Augusta Kohlmeyer.
Olivia June Steed Chilton.
Becky Marie Long.
Chase Campanelli.
Emma Louise Maltbeck.
Anna Victoria Bach.
Alexandra Ramos.
Allison Rosemary Adams.
Carly Catherine Fiddler.
Jessica Nicole Sohn.
Sierra Christina Gruss.
Madison Ocho Torrena.
Madison Lee Sills.
Kenna Doherty.
Jacqueline Jean Hitchings.
Brian Carl Dahl.
Erin Cathy.
Joshua Michael Johnson.
Allison Jean Zimmerman.
William Stewart Mahoney.
Christian Shu.
Ryan Michael Anthony.
Devin James Barber.
Olivia Madeline Grace Toig.
Madeline Connor Cooper.
Erin Elizabeth Shields.
Alyssa Lee Beaton.
Nicolette Taylor Kukis.
Ashton Ulrich.
Eric James Griffin.
Sativa T. Blackburn.
Matthew James English.
Leanna Catherine Boyd.
Ben Hauk.
John Michael O'Grady.
Jacqueline Bandy.
Sarah Christine Gidre.
Dee Dee Eckhart.
Aiden Marie Kelly.
Jesse Bersinger.
Kendra C. Relier.
Seth Richard LaGrossa.
Caitlin McGraw.
Beth Boss.
Hannah Mae Franklin.
Elizabeth Ann Parsons.
Paris Michelle Gilbert.
Nicholas James Beater.
Catherine Durad.
Jackie Joy Wang.
Samantha A. Moss.
Sydney Lee Ross.
Tegan Ariel Shore.
Lizzie Moriarty.
Evan Akira Motoshige.
Claire Elise Nelson.
Corey Marilyn Nielsen.
Connor Riggin.
Taylor Marie Lytle.
Maggie McKittrick.
Casey Haas.
Emily Catherine Rosga.
Marina Lee Barton.
Alex DeGregory.
Lane Jordan Simmons.
Katrina Noel Brewer.
Lillian Grace Greenwood.
Audrey Naomi Pierce.
Meredith Jane Bibbo.
Juliana Sophia Torlai.
Catherine Ann Taylor Tutt.
Jordan Sperrick.
Timothy Charles M. Borlongen.
Mackenzie Nicole Gomes.
Jessica Catherine Close.
Brian Alexander Snyder.
Tae Moon So.
Catherine Casey O'Connell.
Erica Ashley Heron.
Kristen Kayla Yell.
Heather Ray McCain.
Christine Brianna Dasso.
Amelia R. Hogan.
Janelle Nicole Gullarty.
Emma Henderson.
Rayanne Elizabeth Vantol.
Devin Ray Fredrickson.
Emily Patricia Bean.
Christine Marie Vanna.
David Colin Springy.
Nicole Jane Sipineri.
Christy Carol Peterson.
Lindy Marie Bill.
Matthew J. Dinwiddie.
Michelle Eileen McClure.
Eric William Mahler.
Michelle Cheetah.
Kayla Padrani.
Brandon Claus.
Nicole Joan Liu.
Shannon Elizabeth Carroll.
Kevin M. Fastine.
Natalie Jean Perez.
Andrew Alexander Castillo.
Patrick Allen Waite.
Tanner Sterling T. Marr.
Chelsea Rose Salamat.
Marco Deanda.
Connor Anthony Reyes.
Timothy Robert Moreno.
Kathleen Nicole Ivy.
Joseph William Lavelle.
Christopher Kenyon Lord.
Campbell Padraig Irvine.
James Ross Solom.
Jacob Patrick Miller.
Matthew James Heppert.
Alec Flynn.
Mia Angela Stornetta.
Max Hagan Boley.
Nicholas Robert Layton.
Samuel Thomas Kane.
Eric Joseph Snow.
Luke Lingard Tice.
Hannah Aline Lenz.
Brady Allen Dubois.
Scott Kosoboom.
Nicolette Claire Ratto.
Anthony Albert Carrasco.
Hannah T. Bazat.
Julia Christine Stuffler.
Lance R. Van Grau.
Alec Matthew Rohr.
Brandon Thomas Bergia.
TJ Matthew Bunch.
Aaron Renee Van Grau.
Ryan N. Loper.
John Alex Skoneveld.
Jesse Moranen.
Kevin Ansola Beher.
Andrew Berman.
Robert Wayne Kronk.
Danielle C. Hake.
Julia Nicole Mason.
Rianne Franco.
Riley Nicole Cook.
Jenna Mae Gibson Heidinger.
Michael Alexander Simoes McCarter.
Ellen Rose Morris.
Jamie Nicole Savitz.
Ashley Allison Hedke.
Sergio Gavidia.
Melissa Sidney McGill.
Logan McKinley.
Emily A. Roach.
Grant Tigerson Belcher.
Lauren Ozervond.
Natalie Page Muirhead.
Kendra Lee Katina.
Cassandra Roxanne Gluck.
Jessica Bryn Park.
Brittany Alessandra Irwine.
Jack Stephen Townsend.
Margie Maria Garza.
Nadav Tishkov Lemley.
Alexi Manon Huff.
Alex Nels Youngberg.
Alicia Michelle Benson.
Nicholas Pierre Cuisino.
Alexis Cecilia Ulloa.
Joanne Ellen Lai.
Abigail May Sturbaum.
Denise Min Tran.
Francesca Solari.
Tessa Nicole Tapia.
Elena Isabel de Morelos.
Catherine Ann Young.
Natalie Castaneda.
Annie M. Taylor.
Austin Paul Garrity.
Lauren Arlana Marshall.
Elliot Leandro Salazar.
Reina J. Del Rosario.
Vanessa Michelle Yap.
Sydney Lauren Margallo.
Jack Mast.
Brianna Marin Shaw.
Thomas Matthew Bryan.
Andrea Michelle Piber.
Stuart Jacob DeYoung.
Anna Lee Green.
Christopher J. Romeo.
Caitlin Elizabeth Lord.
Emily Helen Leiter.
Jessica Louise Hutchings.
Paige Louise Carlstrom.
Megan Elizabeth Elcombe.
Laura K. Schulz.
Megan Marie DeTrain.
Nicole Nelson.
Allison Hope Coyle.
Jack William Hanley.
George William Lohr IV.
Brian Pocock.
Taylor Daniel Chase.
John Markavage.
Cody Ray Trueblood.
Seth O. Sabatka.
William Kent Prinz.
James Michael Johnson.
Eric Koti Jajani.
Maria Andrea Navarro.
Melanie Aileen Collins.
Celine Minami.
Elise Michelle Raffoni.
Chelsea Lynn Piedad.
Lindsay Catherine Boutwell.
Talia Nicole Bondelli.
Yvette Herrera.
Kelsey Marie McCourt.
Kat Mokri.
Daniel Lee Salas.
Carol Wu.
Brady George Nations.
Victoria Lynn Millard.
Sarah Nicole Rayburn.
McKenna Lester.
Emily Elaine Benz.
Sophia May Blocker Sullivan.
Timothy Michael Goulet.
Gillian Renee Johnson.
Kyle Joseph Twisselman.
Jacob Anthony Borchard.
Spencer Patrick Nielsen.
Taylor Michael Hoover.
Kathleen Carolyn Keaton.
Grant Daniel Matos.
Molly Deanna Donald.
Zach James Nichols.
Frankie K. Griggs.
Matt Patrick Slusky.
Walker Lee Dietrich.
Jeffrey Dean Klein.
Caitlin Ashley Postal.
Megan Dunlap.
Natalie Munoz.
Annie Lou Herrera.
Rachel Covey.
Cynthia M. Louie.
Jamie Dodge.
Hannah Brooke McTaggart.
John Mikesell.
Joe Ellen Johnson.
Jordan Lane Dosker.
David Ayala.
Haley Brenna Regan.
James Rosland.
Molly McDonald.
Rudy Nolan Ramadi.
Zachary Pierce Baumeister.
Kayla Elaine Brazelton.
Jamie Nicole Hardwick Bermudez.
Nick Hess.
Mackenzie Brooks.
Garrett Edward Rasmussen.
William C. Clark.
David Ashton.
Howlin Liu.
Jeffrey Lee Brown Jr.
Taylor Danielson.
Andrew James Mancini.
Scott Swenson.
Garrett Jack Forbes.
Alexis Haley Clark.
Alan Cooper Isaacson.
Bianca Evelyn Gordon.
Alex Marsh.
Lauren Kathleen Leahy.
Trelawney Lee Gonzalez Bullis.
Ryan Douglas McKean.
Justin Irby.
Ryan Matthew Hickey.
Cameron Dale.
Destiny Diane Palms.
Martha May Moak.
Michael Magipinto.
Chase Ulrich.
Lucas Otto Oswald.
Dylan P. Soares.
Pierce Everett Osgood.
Catherine May Lai.
Mitchell Scott Comstock.
Colleen Jane Holton.
Lauren E. Tarantino.
Kendall Grace Maring.
Sarah Sauceda.
Jada Diana Golland.
Sarush Sadai.
Christina Elizabeth Nedgedley.
Ian J. McCormack.
Madison Frame.
Thomas James Derek McDougall.
Trevor Surak.
Paul Benjamin Scott.
Madeline Brooke Stanley.
Brian Alberto Avila.
Leah Winlove Campbell.
Christina Rose Hart.
Lauren Yen.
Antonio Sebastian Jimenez.
Aaron L. Lilly.
Kelsey Danielle Cornett.
Elizabeth Catherine Lozano Hazlett.
Marcella Rose McCarthy.
John Francis McKeon Jr.
Madeline Christine Celio.
Emerson Edward Hofer.
Sonia K. Eschenberg.
Jared Godez.
Julianne Shellhays.
Emily Elizabeth Cantwell.
Corey Kyle Shallow.
Megan N. Fox.
Annalise Fenn.
Jennifer L. Jacobs.
Tyler J. Davis.
Lauren Merrill Ott.
Marco Adrian Guerra.
Michael Angelo Ligorio.
Brenda Robles.
Christopher James Taylor.
Mariana Contreras.
Andrew Scott Lucchesi.
Rocio Bravo.
Scott Michael Armalea.
Austin Michael Wesley.
Joseph Keaton Burlington.
Alec Knapp.
Michael Riker McCluskey.
Gregory Todd Luxembourg.
Cole Thomas Mallet.
Ashley Elizabeth Martin.
Analicia Rohel.
Julia Lee Pettit.
Erica Ann Lepari and Maisie.
Christopher Bryce Schomburg.
Stephanie Z.
Luis Miguel Trujillo.
Tasha Nicole Taylor.
Carlos David Gutierrez.
Vivian Zhou.
Marissa Winona Womack.
Adori Iriyama.
Geneva Joy Elliott.
Jacqueline Nguyen.
Diana Marie Malero.
Sarah Aiko Westing.
Matthew Arthur Vieira.
Cameron Michael Hart.
Kevin Anthony Poindexter.
Dixon Kwok.
Courtney Nicole Steinberg.
Jacqueline K. Higa.
Michael Aaron Gardner.
Dailene Elizabeth Gonzalez.
Dylan Anthony Bognuda.
Claudia Ann Ferreira.
Matthew Brandon Ray.
Ted Joseph Zell.
Jordan Karsten Mart.
Jasmine Rodriguez.
Austin P. Verissimo.
Rebecca Leanne Smith.
Gregory Anthony Borba.
Ernesto De La Cruz.
Reed Charles Pelfrey.
Natalie McWright.
John Habib.
Kelly Christine Meyer.
Maximilian Chapman Bricker.
Haley Alexandria Morganroth.
James Constantine Palios.
Roshni Jasmine Singh. Danielle Ann Wood. Paul Bortz. Kelly Marie Mancino. Nick Bailey. Alexander James Suter. Joseph C. Bayshore. Maxwell Austin Burt. Meredith Ann Huntley. Janetta Lee McNabb. Shannon Marie Burke. Catherine Ariel Blevins. Andrea M. Resnick. Joshua Michael Johns. Evelyn C. Gelati. Robin Louise Smoji. Megan Marie Marshall. Kristen Sarah Smith. Rocio Gonzalez Delgadillo.
Got it right here.
Congratulations to all our graduates. President Armstrong, I call forward Dr. Phil Bailey, Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics.
Good afternoon. Could I, before we get started, we're going to recognize the accomplishments of the students of the College of Science and Mathematics. And I would like to ask all the guests here and all of you students to please stay and honor each one of us until the last name is called. Could I ask my faculty colleagues from the College of Science and Mathematics to please stand and remain standing. And now it's your turn. Bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Science and Mathematics, please stand and remain standing. Yeah. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Science and Mathematics, I'm honored to present these candidates for graduation.
Bachelor's degree candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Science and Mathematics and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree appropriate to your program with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations!
Could I ask my faculty colleagues to line up behind the graduate area here so that you can greet the graduates as they come across the platform, and they'll see you in the back. And graduates, you can sit down now, but would you just stay in your seats until the ushers come to bring you to the podium. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Katrina M. Sawdust. Alisa L. Dia. Justine Louise Kale. Dami Shin. Matthew Toyomi Ferris.
Julia Conway Wingy.
Mark Allen Stevens.
Mariah Nicole Zwarg.
Luis Ray Gasca.
Reese E. Morgan.
Nathaniel Rodriguez.
Hannah Victoria Wing Pollock.
Daniel Nathan Guthrie.
Jordan Clifton Hines.
Robert Wilson Teal.
Christopher Threz Fletcher.
Rebecca Jessica Tay.
Haley Diane Kepler.
Andrew Frank Gallatin.
Catherine Hunt.
Stephen Donald Daub.
Stephanie Catherine Doherty.
Jennifer Lee Regoza.
Jasmine Serena Zepeda.
Grace Sharon Napier.
Brittany Bogle.
Catherine Linda St. Clair.
Brendan Paul Bronco II.
Alexa Taylor Holguin.
Jessica Cardenas.
Marlene Diaz Castaneda.
Heleny Ramirez.
Cassandra Abby Marquez.
Kelly Faith Iaquinta.
Esmeralda Cantu.
Rebecca Ann Schmidt.
Kayla Marie Gloyston.
Juliana Cortez.
Zoe Gabriela Delibovi.
Brennan Robert Krasny.
Rodney Alexander Medinilla II.
Raquel Esquera.
Shane Abraham Crockett.
Alyssa Ann Perez.
James Masao Ralph Flanagan.
Laura Catherine Coleman.
Sarah Dawn Delzio.
Nathan Kyle Wicca.
Eric Brandon Villanueva.
Bryce William Perry.
Aiden Gray.
Dylan P. Petralia.
Elizabeth Ann Ryan.
Brandon James Renwick.
Rachel Kathleen Bush.
Corey Michael Caudill.
Lauren Honda.
Matthew J. Nafziger.
Jake William Snowden.
Kelsey Helen McGregor Clausen.
Giancarlo Beraldo.
Caitlin Christine Lee.
Claire Elizabeth Francis.
Hannah Rose Burden.
Jillian Marie McCarty.
Carlton Dennis.
Nicole Palmer Desideri.
Carlton Dennis.
Dr. Clark.
Aaron Le Shaiello.
Andy Sanfilippo.
Jessica Smith Milton.
Andrew Johnson.
Bria K. Luton.
Tori Rachel Kretschmer.
Morgan Williams.
Carolyn Lillian Kruger.
Kayla Kazuko Nishimatsu.
Wyatt James Carr.
Charmaine Erica Morenas.
Andrew Hani Safane.
Christy Namkong.
Joshua Sean Bridge.
Howard Tao.
Brent Bockover.
Shelby L. Pauley.
Danielle Catherine McLean.
Shant Ofsep Israelian.
Cheyenne Imamjame.
Zachary Thomas Swinney.
Stuart Austin Koakai Kano.
Janelle Wesolowski.
Pedro Angulo Jr.
Laurel Ann Snyder.
Sandeep Badhan.
Heather Karen McBurney.
Keegan Draper.
Amalia Margaret Iwasaki.
Zoe Celeste Lemieux.
Amanda Ann David.
Ron Resnitsky.
David Nathan Shaw.
Haley Elizabeth Renfro.
Jerry J. Wu.
Kylie Anna Metzger.
Joshua Anthony De Cruz.
Carly Elizabeth Woodell.
Mitsuyoshi M. Smith.
Caitlin Suzanne Perry.
Rebecca Ann Brooks.
Jessica Lynn Furman.
Jalen Cree Wilson.
Madison Miley Hirsch.
Hallie Nestler.
Rachel Deanne Donahue.
Rachel C. Schneiderman.
Sarah Jillian Newland.
Jenna Marie Leach.
Courtney Elizabeth Massimino.
Laura Melanie Yassa.
Talia Schwalb.
Taryn Lynn Davis.
Stephanie Francis Lee.
Omar Abdallah.
Delaney Catherine Nicholas.
Cameron Paul Brown.
Abigail Lee Kendall.
Catherine Nicole Cornella.
Nicholas Bondi.
Sean Seth Sullivan.
Gavin Jeffrey Constanzer.
Robert Allen Heim.
Pascal Hikaru Perot.
Alexander James Christie.
Paige C. Keating.
Connor Deutsch.
Montana Quinn Morrison.
Nevada Crandall.
Dana Jean Pearson.
Corey Lynn Mylar.
Kelly Ray Griffin.
Darian Rain Numikoy Ferris.
Rachel Kylie Free.
Lauren Yamada.
Kaylee Summer Fippen.
Sydney Johnson.
Stephanie Lynn Bellas.
Rachel Emily Wilkinson.
Lauren Leonda Kitchens.
Eden Carriedo.
Hillary Elise Hughes.
Robin Marie Mertens.
Brooke Elizabeth Wainwright.
Kennedy Alexandra Gilbert.
John Youngs Peldrift.
Haley Elizabeth Genoway.
Jennifer Madeline Craney.
Alexandra Nicole Vargas.
Catherine Patricia Bell.
Travis John Shehada.
Anthony Cusato.
Jason Daniel Kopstein.
Sasha Smolgovsky.
Alexandra Nicole Dickinson.
Christopher James Hunsdorfer.
Ashley Sill.
Benjamin Martin Aldrich.
Ryan Anthony Miller.
Megan M. Hughes.
Erin Olivia Springer.
Kelly Capri Boland.
Jessica J. Johnson.
Kelsey Christine Haberly.
Grace Ann Goosen.
Sean Michelle Hanna.
Carly Kennedy.
Simone Faith Teitelbaum.
Gabriella Marie Costas.
Sarah Gray Bolton.
Sydney A. Moeller.
Michael Vieira.
Kristen Elizabeth Frias.
Eric David Martin.
Elizabeth Marie Creda.
Yesenia Herrera.
Caitlin Adele Leonard.
Leah Marie Eiliff.
Caitlin Romine.
Holland K. Vanderlinden.
Nicole M. Hammerling.
Colleen Adelina Brunello.
Nicole Dan.
Gina Pauline Roberto.
Nikki Brianna Marlin.
Molly Catherine Rouse.
Catherine Rose Glover.
Jessica Ray Sanseri.
Danielle Andrea Nicole Ceballos.
Janelle Marie Cochimelio.
Matthew R. Varble.
Gabrielle E. Brees.
Samantha Ann Randall.
Katie Michelle Bratt.
Sydney M. Fry.
Robert James Skeen.
Amanda Ray Rutledge.
Aaron Kazuo Leck.
Elizabeth Ann Ballbeers.
Jonathan Salcido.
Danielle Christine Zezoff.
Nishant Panchal,
Allison Maureen Horn,
Ricky Ruiz,
Nicole Lisa Kraus,
Amanda Lene Sprague,
Hannah L. Heitzig,
Maricela Alexandra Aguilera Galvan,
Marina Mihoff,
Jimmy Tran, Nicholas Robert Williams,
Twin Key Pham,
Dustin Chak Leung Ho,
Austin Michael Halstenson,
Tyler Jonathan Gentry,
Brooke Dara,
Hugo Enrique Alvarez,
Nicholas Wayne Evans,
Kareem Imera,
Allison Lauren Kaposius,
Nigel B. Pell,
Jeremy Todd Banter,
Catherine Marie Sutherland,
Carl Arthur Lutz,
Erin Renee Griffin,
Michael Ewing Dumke,
Thomas James Taylor,
Emily Suzanne Nunn,
Alvaro Carrasco Matias,
Hua Ha Zhang,
Jesus Nolasco Ramos,
Lucio V. Casiano Sanchez,
Elisa Marie Asmus,
Jessica Lynn Guilford,
Claire Kenya Jones,
Brian Compton Prince,
Haley Graham,
Kevin On,
Guadalupe Maravilla,
Amanda Jean Treecarton,
Julissa Otsoy Medrano,
Stephanie A. Balter,
Tenny Claire Schaefer,
Chelsea Vitali Thompson,
Amanda Marie Alvarado,
Jonathan D. Teruya,
Nicole Raylene Holm,
Nicole Marie Venguachea,
Eric Irwin Chow,
Devin A. Weicker,
Jeffrey Stephen Shen,
Wyatt Andreas Pettijohn,
Reese Garrett Burwell,
Peter Campbell Nelson,
Devin Robert Vegi,
Philippe Wynn,
Nicholas Gregory Talley,
Aaron Tyler Line,
Timothy John Brigatino,
Dylan Matthew Tucker,
Umar Sohi,
Maria M. Korjanska,
Jacob Vincent Hargrove,
Allison Emily Costa,
John Maddy Knowles,
Benjamin Thomas Brown,
Jake Joseph Hasselman,
Gina Marianne Schern,
Sean Christian Lewis,
Isabel Cherie Noxon,
Eduardo Alejandro Meza,
Carly Mae Banks,
AJ Paul Jessel,
Alana Rose Scheibe,
Shada Abadi,
Sarah Ashley Rowenhorst,
Julia Storr,
Allison Veronica Mack,
Yoko Matsuda,
Christina Marie Kirchhoff,
Colin Joseph Schaefer,
Jessica Joyce Demizio,
Jonathan Rasmaju,
Ashley Suzanne Cancilla,
Ramez Michael Ibrahim,
Margaret A. Audi,
Eric Anthony Winkler,
Jessica Mary Levine,
Walker Trey McConnell Smith,
Amy Leilani Engel,
Serena Desai,
Rosalind Grace Johnson,
Emily Alexandra Spurgeon,
Molly Morgan Sackles,
Nicolia Melissa J. Villoria.
Michelle Elizabeth Meyer.
Christine Lian.
Melissa Louise Summers.
Kimberly Carr.
Robert Joseph Scholl.
Shannon Dunn.
Ashley Safari.
Alex Neng Cheng.
Hannah Michelle Von Cannell.
Alan Joseph Inouye.
Taylor Lynn Galvan.
Allison Brooke Chacon.
Molly Elizabeth Frazier.
Amanda Lauren Crane.
Megan Renee Bredmore.
Alexis Jean Sharp.
Brittany Ray Petit.
Clark Gelvin Triberg.
Melissa Ann Martinez.
Jason Griffin Finley.
Leah Jean O'Reilly.
Tomas Jimenez.
Golche Ozturk.
Colleen Catherine McCann.
Kristen Elaine Justice.
Malak Saeed El Khatib.
Simone Elise Mangini.
Danielle Marie Colangelo.
James Edmund Wood II.
Molly Elizabeth Hicks.
Anthony Thomas Bordesono.
Megan Groover.
Laura George Slatoff.
Nick Brenneman.
Donna Louise Martin.
Alicia Sylvia Ross.
Bradley Donovan Skubik.
Allison Marie Wallum.
Jordan Marcus Adams.
Miles Reza Markman.
Brett Allen Young.
Austin Michael Ventura.
Rachel Nicole Zender.
Allison De Peralta.
Kelsey Jane Ty.
Daniel James Levis.
Megan Patricia Stickles.
Emily Taylor Toscano.
Catherine Marie Perilou.
Yashis Prakesh Rao.
Carly Janet Matera.
Brandon Michael Hayes.
Jacqueline Olivia Shaheen.
Patsy Garcia.
Kate Margaret Wodecki.
Dylan Asa Henson.
Lindsay Maudrew.
Danny Rithi.
Maxine Tracy Funk.
Alma de Valle.
Alexandra Jean Moniz.
Jennifer Annalyn Prieto.
Krista Marie Al McNulty.
Ashley S. Torres.
Aiden Thurling.
Ileana Rosales.
Isabel Simone Reeder.
Hugo Martin Leon.
Ryan Stewart Kingman.
Corina Jimenez Gonzalez.
Michaela Corinne Cheney.
Caitlin Winters.
Kelly Ann Levitt.
Crystal Sanchez.
Jared M. Clark.
Gabriela Huerta Campos.
James Jeffrey Stitch.
Kieran Emmett John Hassett.
Sean Christopher McIntyre.
Kylie Janae Volk.
Linda Emmanuel Arteaga.
Danielle Elizabeth Barsa.
Jessica Stanton Castro.
Katie Lee Putnam.
Rebecca Marie Altman.
Haley Leanne Hoffman.
Camille Joy Villanueva.
Victor Joseph Asaro.
Laura G. Sisk.
Tyler Stephen Perkins.
Megan E. Cahill.
Leanne Marie Lewis.
Michael James Clemenson.
Maricela Arredondo.
Jessie Marie Enojosa.
Johanna Salazar Caliangara.
Kyle Albert Meyer.
Cassandra Leanne Cox.
Christiane Ray Torgeson.
Isabel Bethany Blair.
Madison Marie Edwards.
Drew Daly.
Erin Elizabeth Doherty.
Gordon Michael Chong.
Eric D. Crenshaw.
Joseph Aranda.
Father Kylie Christine Stakalis.
Beatrice Wong Chalermthong.
Edwin Reyes.
Janice Kim Tran.
Selena Monique Lafreitas.
Corey Ann Manring.
Sharad Kaur Basin.
Sarah Christine Leader.
Danya Ahmed Hatamle.
Nicholas Steineman.
Kaylee Marsh.
Max Bigras.
Alexis Karina Sepulveda.
Connor Christian Shannon.
Maria Irene Dionisio Bernabe.
Milad Mohamdi Persian.
Nicole Janae Roberts.
James Cordova Casabar.
Swetha Manikam.
Tyler Robert Hauk.
Anna Sally Clavins.
Jerome Giancarlo Gamboa.
Claire Dubé Levine.
Ivan Matievsky.
Megan Wallace Durham.
Nicholas James Vespremi.
Madeline Rose Jacques.
Leah Elizabeth Cuellar.
Chelsea L. Beck.
Ryan Jeffrey Craycaw.
Hunter J. Little.
Matthew George Avila.
Alexander Rodemacher.
Andrew James Crosby.
Kyle Jerome Boucher.
Gregory L. Noth.
Zachariah Jin Zong. Fernando Zarate. Robert Lee. Luke Daniel Horwitz. Alex Allen Little. Tyler James Mullaney. Kirsten Ann Ganaha. Jerica Dawn Barnett. Serena Trey Lee. Isaac Daniel Layton. Jacob Anthony Jaffe. Janye Lang. Melissa Ann Dugan. Ryan Gregory Logsden. Megan Thurn Whitworth. Jessica Marie Martin. Lauren Elizabeth Kemp. Ethan Denetz.
Congratulations to our graduates. Each one of you are very special to us. Many of the proud supporters in our audience today have a familiar sense of pride. Today marks an extraordinary day as many of the families of Cal Poly graduates have chosen to continue their Mustang legacy. Many of you in the audience are Cal Poly proud alumni and may remember with vivid clarity the sense of pride and excitement you felt when you graduated from Cal Poly. At this time, I would like to welcome anyone in the audience, the proud families and supporters who are Cal Poly proud alumni. Please stand and be recognized. Welcome home. Welcome home. You are always part of the Mustang family. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Kirsty McPherson-Boyette, President of the Cal Poly Alumni Association, who will welcome our graduates into the community of Cal Poly alumni.
Thank you, Dr. Humphrey. Welcome, graduates, the family of the 180,000 Cal Poly proud alumni. As President of the Alumni Association, I'm honored to present you with a gift symbolizing your membership to the Mustang Life for Life. Graduates, please stand and remove the pin from your Cal Poly proud bags as I ask ASI President Owen Schwingler to join me on the podium. Here we go again. Graduates, it is my distinct pleasure to lead you in a special part of today's celebration and present each of you with the Cal Poly Proud pin as a gift from your Alumni Association. As you pin your neighbor and embark on your next journey, remember that as alumni, you'll always represent Cal Poly. This will always be your home. Stay connected. Congratulations, and go Mustangs. Woo-hoo.
Thank you, graduates. You may be seated. Graduates, you did it. You made it. Do you remember your first days on campus? Seeing your dorm room for the first time? Walking across campus with other wowies? Do you remember the first time you met people that became your best friends for life? When you arrived on this beautiful campus for the first time, did you imagine this day? As Vice President Humphrey likes to say, from wow to now, and you've done it. You've arrived. It's a journey that you did not take alone. We must recognize the faculty and staff who worked hard to teach you, to feed you, to support you, and inspire you. They have dedicated their professional lives to your success. Will our faculty and staff in attendance please stand, or if you can, or please wave. Please join me in saying thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. We also need to recognize your strongest supporters, the people who have given their boundless love, encouragement, and yes, financial support as you move out, and they underscore, move out into the world. Your graduation is their achievement too. Will all of parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, partners, and other family supporters please stand if you can or wave. Let's give them a big round of applause. Graduates, each and every one of you has a story. All the stories are important, and there are 4,200 stories, all powerful on their own. I won't take time to share many, but I do want to share two brief stories. Seth Borges, where's Seth? He's over here. Seth is receiving his degree today in agribusiness, making him one of the first members of his family to graduate from college. He has a job lined up with Sunfed Ranch in Woodland. I'm not sure if they are good memories, but Seth recalls many nights in the library, working until 2 or 3 a.m. with other members of the Cal Poly's National Champion Agricultural Marketing Association team. Like so many of you here today, challenging and rewarding experiences have prepped you for the rest of your lives. Congratulations, Seth. I also want to recognize Daniel Guthrie. Daniel dropped out of high school in his sophomore year in Missouri. When he hit 18, Daniel enrolled in the Army and served our nation for 6 years, including 2 deployments in Iraq and earning the Bronze Star of Valor. Ready to continue his education, Daniel almost went to the Bulldogs. He almost enrolled at Fresno State, but a last-minute visit to Cal Poly and meeting our faculty sealed the deal. Daniel credits the phenomenal kinesiology faculty with his success, culminating today. Daniel, thank you for your service and congratulations. These are just 2 stories we celebrate today. Stories of overcoming challenges, stories of a passion for Cal Poly, stories of appreciation for everyone in our lives who helped get us where we are today. So graduates, in a functional way, today is an end. You went to class, you passed the exams, you earned the credits you need, and now you're going to load up and drive away or fly away from Cal Poly. But today is just the beginning of adventures and successes that await you in life. We have great expectations of you. I know that can cause a bit of stress and anxiety, but you know what? You're ready. You are prepared for what life will bring. Things won't always go your way, and life surely won't always be fair. You will undoubtedly make some mistakes. That's not failure. It's called experience. It's called learn by doing. As a Mustang, you know how to learn from experience. You're ready. And you're not alone. You now have a permanent bond with Cal Poly, which means you have a permanent bond with every Mustang who has come before you and who will come after. From this day forward, you are forever part of the Cal Poly family. That may sound poetic and abstract, but being a Cal Poly alum is a very real and tangible benefit that will benefit you the rest of your life. Our alumni have forged a reputation of excellence and success because of the manner in which they have made their way in the world. You have inherited that reputation, and it will serve you well. I am confident that you are prepared to follow in their footsteps. Through your accomplishments and good works, you will further advance Cal Poly's reputation, and you will make us all Cal Poly proud. Your degree comes with significant responsibilities. We're counting on you to share your experiences as a mentor to future Cal Poly students, help them find internships, urge your company to tap into Cal Poly's expertise, and be an advocate for Cal Poly among your friends and employers. We are counting on you to give back, not if, but when success comes. Be generous in investing your time, talent, and resources to improve the world, make people's lives better, and to support the institutions, including Cal Poly, that have made a difference in your life. We are counting on you to care about something larger than yourselves, graduates. Graduates, we're asking a lot. We know that. We ask so much of you for this simple reason: we know you can do it. Now, graduates, before we sing the alma mater and depart, there's one more thing you need to help me do. Would you all please stand? Please move the tassel from the right side to the left, signifying you're a graduate and member of the family. Family members, friends, faculty, and staff, on behalf of Cal Poly, I present to you the class of 2016. Congratulations!
We will now begin the recessional after the singing of the alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, please locate the Cal Poly alma mater on page 6 of your program, and please rise for the singing of All Hail Green and Gold.